Hi everyone, it's Monica, and welcome back to Tailor-Made Cards for You. Today we're going to create this beautiful card without doing any stamping at all. We're going to rely solely on this beautiful graphic 45 paper, which is from the Time to Flourish collection, and it has some wonderful colors, flowers, robins, and a wonderful snowflake sentiment. I'm also going to show you how to create this fun background using your scoring board and your scoring tool. So to begin, you're going to want to start out with some white cardstock, which measures 5.5 by 4.25. And you're going to want to find the top corner and the bottom corner of your paper and line it up evenly on your scoreboard. From there, you're going to want to figure out exactly how far apart you want your lines to be. I usually go 1/2 inch, but I actually went a little smaller with this one. But again, just be consistent with the spaces between your score lines. Once you've scored your paper all the way from corner to corner, you're going to want to flip it and do the other side, because what we are creating here are some diagonals, and you're going to have some fun squares when you're finished. And what's really fun about this background is when you start working with distress colors, the scored part doesn't really pick up the color, but there's a lot of ways that you can actually decorate this background. Now I wanted to pick out some colors that would complement the paper, so I ended up picking Pale Paint and Salty Ocean. I actually did bring in a lilac as well, but I didn't end up using that on my actual cardstock. So once I had the colors chosen, I went ahead and just got my blending tool and started to add my color. Now, as you've seen before, I don't actually start on the cardstock. I start on my my mat, because I don't want any harsh lines when I actually start bringing in my ink. And I rotate between the blue and the green just to create a fun, colorful background. Now, as I said before, you can see that the scored lines don't actually pick up the color. So once you actually add your distress ink, you could actually just leave it as is, and it creates a really nice, fun pattern. Kind of like an embossing folder would, but one that you've created on your own. Now, once I finished adding my distress ink, I did run it through my Big Shot using my rectangular stitched die cut, because I wanted to have finished edges with stitching. I recommended starting out with bigger cardstock because it's always nice not to have the edges as your finished product. So by using the die cut, it actually does finish it off really nicely. So from here, I wanted to actually add some distress crayons to emphasize the scored lines. And the two colors that I'm working with are from one of the new distress crayon sets released a couple of months ago. The color I'm working with right now is called Salty Ocean, and I'm going all the way down the scored lines on one side. And then once I finish with that color, I come in with Lucky Clover and do the same thing across the other scored lines. Alright, so now that I have my distress crayons all covering my scored lines, I am coming in with a baby wipe to just blend them together. Again, I'm looking for just a colorful background, so not really any pattern necessarily. But if you wanted to, you could actually leave the colored crayon lines as they were rather than blending. But again, I was looking for more of a blended look. I really think it complements the colors on the graphic 45 paper really nicely, so that is why I was going for a more blended look. So from there, you can see I'm just adding my cardstock onto some green cardstock for my base, and then I'm going to add some baker's twine to finish off the bottom. Now I could have easily stopped here, but I wanted to add some texture to the card. Sometimes people are afraid to actually add mixed media products to their cards because it creates a bulky card, which makes it a little bit more difficult to mail. But as I've said before, I go for the look. I don't think about how much it's going to cost to mail a card. So from here, I wanted to actually add some more texture to the card. Now, when I know I'm going to add texture to a card, I typically will add my card base to my white cardstock before I actually start adding my elements. Because once I get some of my more bulky elements added, it makes it difficult to add the tape to the back of my card base. Alright, so as you can see, I have these nice twigs that I picked up at Michael's. And I'm just looking to add some dimension to the twigs that are already on the graphic 45 paper. And that's usually what I'll do, is I'll look to see what the picture is, and then I'll just add some element to actually make it pop a bit. Now these fun stickers that you currently see are actually from the 99-cent store. But when I saw them, I thought they would be a great addition to a floral card. And I was right, because these stickers are beautiful. And they have a little bit of glitter on them, and they actually do have their own styrofoam to make them pop up. And I've used them on cards before, and they were a great addition for this card as well. So don't think that you can't get beautiful items at your 99-cent store, because every once in a while you're going to find a great find. So recently in my card making, I've been trying to use up some embellishments I've had in my stash for a while. And these blue little flowers I actually found tucked away at the bottom of a drawer. I thought the blue color matched the card perfectly, so I thought this would be a really nice addition as an embellishment to my card. And the little pearls came as an afterthought, because the twigs, if you can see, they actually have little white styrofoam dots on them. So the pearls actually matched the twigs to create kind of a cohesive card. I also added a few pearls on the top of the card to complete it. Now, if you do get a chance, I would encourage you to check out my blog, because I created a set of cards using that one 12 by 12 paper from Graphic 45. So this was only one piece of the paper that I used, but again, over on my blog I have pictures of all the other cards that I created with just one 12 by 12 cardstock. So at this point, once I finished adding all of my embellishments, I was essentially finished with the card. And I'm hoping that this card tutorial shows you that you don't need to have lots of stamps, images to create a beautiful card. Sometimes you just need beautiful cardstock and a few embellishments. As always, I will leave a list of all the products that I've used to create this card, along with the links to the stores. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love to have you, because I plan on making some really fun card tutorials for Christmas holiday season. Feel free to leave a comment below, as I'd love to see your feedback. And if you've enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, as well as a share to any of your friends that you think may enjoy it. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by, and we'll see you again next time.